hello about Grimdown. I just leveled my character to level 10 and was thinking I will show you some things. Maybe it's better in video. I'll just start character. Thing is, the bigger the mobs or crowds, the faster you level, so you can kind of collect mobs along the way and then kill them fast. Okay, first build. It's shaman at first. I invest points here, then I take this skill and this skill. Then I go further and I go this skill and this skill, and I go again here, then I go this skill and this skill, then I will go to this Wendigo totem. You put this totem down, it heals you and your allies and damage enemies nearby. After this I will maybe take some Dust Devils. These are temporary pets, but quite strong. But I'm not decided yet. Here is this Primal Spirit Panther pet, but needs go all the way to 50. Later, depending on what you want, you can invest in other skills, level them. You see, you can take 16 levels to Briar Thorn. Okay, at level 10 I take Occultist for this pet. It's very weak pet, but I just I like to not feel so lonely in game, so I like to run around with pets. It's not bad pet when leveled, but it's weakest, I think. Only basic skeletons are weaker, I think. So then I will take Hellhound, and later I'm not decided about devotions. You get these devotions points, and it's pretty big constellation screen and can get lost. So how to operate here to find quicker what you want? You see, here is a search box. For example, my shaman with Primal Strike, 2 bleeding, lightning, physical damage, right? Okay, I won't go with bleeding damage mostly. As you see, pet does bleeding damage too, and Primal Spirit also is on bleeding damage and physical. And Tail Strike, it does poison damage, but for now it's not important. So bleeding and physical. Okay, we go here and write down bleeding damage. You see, now it shows in what constellations this bleeding damage is presented. For example, I will go here later, and you can see it also gives bonus to pets. This gives bonus to bleeding quite high, to pets too, and again to pets, elemental resistance, and again very high bleeding damage to pets and to main character. Here is Shepherd Crook. To get first Shepherd Crook, you need 1 point in this central ring. here. Offensive ability. When you get offensive ability, some constellation now are highlighted. So now you can invest after this one point in offensive abilities in these constellations. From these constellations I started with pets and ended here. Now I will go here. I will explain what these things mean later. And then I will go to eventually to this wolf. You see bleeding damage 50% plus pets, and here 80% bleeding damage with 50 duration. But its very affinity requirements are high. It's 12 in these constellations need and 15 in these. You see, when you end with some constellation, you get constellation bonus. Let's say you finish all this constellation, adding points to it, and it will give you complete constellation bonus plus 5 affinity in that certain area. In this case, here. If I finish this constellation, I will put 4 points here. I will get complete constellation bonus in purple and red. To get here, where is the wolf? Well, here I need this Eldritch and this, so I will need find constellations, how to collect these needed attributes to level my wolf constellation later. Now, for example, Shepherd Call constellation have this end point, and if you click on it, you see there is Shepherd Call 25% chance on attack. What does that mean? It means you tie this constellation to certain attack, and now this constellation has 25%, let's say, on Primal Strike. Okay? So whenever now you use that Primal Strike, there is a chance the Shepherd Call sign will work. Okay, now I added 1 point, and I will go up, and then I will able to add Primal Strike. Right now I am not filled with it yet. I just added this one now. Okay. This about that. Now, here are 2 bars, and you can switch between them. On hidden bar I have this Mordegon Pact you have activated, so it is active here. And then both pets, these are permanent pets, and they are here. Okay. Now I will sell something.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left. Put it to good use. I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Moment, I will pack this by. So now about weapons. You can see here is physical damage. It's pure physical damage, nothing more, nothing. And some armor piercing. For example, on this weapon, it has also ether damage and chaos damage, but this will not apply in any way because I don't do this type of damage, so it will not be augmented. Okay.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Now the mobs. And I just keep right mouse button and do nothing else. I just keep attention to my health bar and drink potions as needed. Health bar has this specific, you see this golden overlay. This overlay represents constitution. What is it? As long as it is there, this your health will go up when not attacked. It will regenerate. When this is depleted, health will stop regenerate. Constitution is replenished by food. You will find food all the time. See, my area effect is more effective the more mobs I have, and there is nothing much to worry because heal potions. Just I keep one finger on heal potions and I just watch my health bar. About health. I just face down the boss, but need to keep track on health. Okay. Here's some loot. Embrace. I see if there is no good weapon. Basically white loot you generally skip. It's not worth time. Now, quick selling. You summon portal. You go back to where merchants are. Let's say
I'll give you a
there
good
will
price
be
for what I've got left.
other towns. This I will take. Weapon is lightning. You see what here? This rifle has lightning damage. So now I will be doing 19% more lightning damage plus 2 to 11 with each attack. So I will get this weapon and this old one will sell. You see these numbers do not exactly, you see damage per second minus 1. That's not exactly how it works. It's approximately. You need to keep in mind about these modifiers. Okay. Health regeneration per second. This is good stat, and I will replace it. Then there are these things. With this button you can auto sort. Okay, but with this button, complete components, you can complete these components to add them to armor and weapons. For example, this is completed. How you can distinct, you see here is a partial component in the middle. It means you need unite 3 these components to get full component. With full component now you can add it where you want. For example, this frozen heart is a completed component. Where can I apply it now? You see there is in quotations used in rings. So this can be applied to ring and give 70 health and some resistance. This, for example, can be used in all weapons, shield and caster of hands. It will add 1 to 5 lightning, plus lightning percentage, and physical to lightning. It's quite good, for example, for shaman. Okay. This now, polished emerald. Shields, offhand, rings, head, chest armor. It gives basic attribute bonus. At the beginning it's quite good, because these attributes are not very high. But here's the thing, on normal playthroughs, I don't have now a legendary finished on this installation. I don't have these very sophisticated high level characters, so on veteran playthrough I just ignore all this because it's so easy, it's a breeze, except few bosses where you need to avoid some damage. It's just a breeze, but later it can be quite important, because for example, the more damage you do, let's say this 12% cold damage, let's say you do 10 cold damage, 12% will add what, 11 cold damage, 12 cold damage. It doesn't matter if you do 10, right? But if you do 1000 cold damage, 12% suddenly adds a lot of damage. And same goes with the health percentage and another stats. The bigger your stat, the bigger is advantage of augmentations. That is why I suggest always level this attribute physique. You see it's twice as high as others. If you are dead, you do not do DPS. It's a golden rule. Dead characters have very low DPS outcome, close to 0. uh, but if you are alive, you do some damage at least, okay? So there is that. And now, the higher your health pool, the more effective any augment you add to your gear or gear itself. Let's say if I will have, do you understand, right? Now if I have gear with plus 20% HP, then this number goes up pretty nicely. But if I have very low stat, it's pointless, nearly. What else? Resistance for now.